Hey, good evening or good late afternoon if you're like me out on the West Coast. I wanted to talk today a little bit about one of the things that I suffer from. I suffer from three different strange medical conditions. One is called thalassemia, it's a blood disorder. One is called sarcoidosis. It's, I guess, an autoimmune disorder, but it's been very disruptive and paralyzing to my life and my career. But the third, which has really impacted me the most and which I've struggled with for decades, is called myalgic encephalomyelitis. You will know it as chronic fatigue syndrome. The reason I always say myalgic encephalomyelitis, or ME, is because it better conveys the seriousness of the illness. When I used to tell people I have chronic fatigue syndrome, so many times I would get the following response. Well, I get tired too. I feel very exhausted often too. What I want to try and express is that ME is not just fatigue. It's not just exhaustion. It is a whole set of symptoms. Brain fog, depression and anxiety can come with it. One of the number one killers for people who suffer from ME is unaliving themselves. Like, that's a big part of what ends up killing a lot of sufferers because their quality of life is so terrible. I spend, for example, most days I spend about 23 hours a day in bed because I am so fatigued. When I'm out doing an event, people will look at me and they may think, I don't know how she's doing it. Well, I'm doing it with just insane amounts of caffeine to try and stay stimulated. And when I get home, I crash, and I crash hard. There's something called post-exertion malaise. So it can be physical exertion, it could be mental exertion. Anytime you're using your brain and really thinking. I used to be a grant writer when I would try and write grants. Now I would just be completely wiped out. Any physical thing, like when I'm active with my Indivisible chapter, I always know that I'm going to pay a price for my activism. So my life essentially it is my bedroom, the internet, and I have flare-ups when things get worse. Stress and other health issues exacerbates ME. Then I have times where it's not so bad. But I just wanted to talk about it for a second because I started making these videos, not because I'm particularly eloquent or have more, educational points to make than other content creators. It's because I am so isolated in my life. So I make these videos to kind of just interact with the world and just to be heard in whatever capacity I can be. So just thanks for listening. I'll probably do some more videos about ME and some of the other things that I suffer from, thalassemia and sarcoidosis also. But I just want to give you some context about why I started doing these videos. It's just sort of my window to the world. I live, like I said, a very isolated life. And so this is some way that I can just speak up and try and have a little bit of relevance in a very big world that I am often so far away from. So anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time and your view. Thank you.